Hello everyone, I am King Mac, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger, along with some french fries and a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Thank you all for watching, and here is our feature presentation of TTBurger Remastered game reviews on YouTube.
Boo! Boo! Will you stand? Well, I hope so, because everyone, Halloween is upon us once again. And you know what that means? The month of October means we're gonna start with some more horror-themed, Halloween-themed reviews here, starting with the month of October and going into November as well. And we are back with another game review here. Actually, take that back. This is an episode of TTBurger Remastered game review. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Last time I done one was the Soul Calibur one back in December. And we are back with another game review here for the Halloween season. It's upon us here. This is episode 10 of my Remastered game reviews, part 1 of 2 parts. Before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to everyone who has supported this channel. If for you guys, the channel would not be as big as today. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you all, because these last 7 years have been big for the channel, and let's hope this channel keeps growing bigger and bigger each time. But today, we're going to be looking at a series by Capcom, Survival Horror by Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil. In this game, instead of zombies, you fight dinosaurs. And yeah, a little twist instead of zombies to dinosaurs. And joining us, like last Halloween season, we haven't seen him since last Halloween season, is our old pal, Burger. And let's put him on here via satellite here. Hey Jack, what's shaking? Long time no see. What's new with you?
Hey Tony, nice to see ya. Well, I gave up guarding my pumpkin patch and moved to the city with my wife and life. It's awesome, for real, bro.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well, bro. You stay ready for some horror-themed action games? Like last time? It's that time of the year, bro.
You bet, bro. What are we starting off with this time? Anything Jill Valentine related?
No, but got some similar. It stars a woman named Regina.
Regina? Who the hell is Regina?
She is from that Capcom game, similar to Resident Evil, where you fight dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? This should be interesting. Any pumpkins in this game while we're at it?
No, Jack. No. No pumpkins in this game, dude. Sorry about that. How about I tell you what this game's about? What do you say?
Sure, Tony. What's on today's agenda for the start of Halloween?
Well, we're going to take a look at Dino Crisis for the PlayStation. Released on August 31st, 1999 for the PlayStation, PC, and Sega Dreamcast. Let's get started here, people. We have a lot to say. Now, Dino Crisis is an awesome game. A lot of people call this Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and that it is. But it doesn't mean it's just a clone with Resident Evil with dinosaurs. There's more to it than that. People bashed this game, but more people loved it, and I was one of those people who loved it. I mean, when was the last time we had a survival horror game with dinosaurs? Like going, like dinosaurs like that. Sure, we had Turok 2, which was a first-person shooter, but it had some parts that were considered horror-like the Oblivion and the Primogen and such. But Dino Crisis is an actual verbal survival horror with tank controls and fixed camera angles with limited inventory size for health, ammo, and more. And it is a fun game. Is it perfect? Well, I cannot say that yet because we just started the review, so we need to continue here. As we get started here, we have some mail. We see a report from a military experiment facility on Ibis Island from an agent named Tom. He explains the situation where he successfully infiltrated the facility under the disguise of a researcher investigating top-secret weapons as planned, but encountered nothing, but has discovered an unexpected individual at the facility, Dr. Edward Kirk, the leading authority of the nation's energy research, who was allegedly died in an accident of a course of experiment 3 years ago. But the reports were premature, and Dr. Kirk staged his death, and he is working as the head of a non-weapon project at the facility that is in the late stages of development. And regarding the staged accidental death, Ibis Island is somehow involved, and necessary actions be taken immediately. And this is where you come in. You play as Regina, a member of the Secret Operation Raid Team, aka SORT, that the agent Tom was a part of. Regina and her team members Gale the leader, Rick the computer tech, and Cooper the radar man arrive by helicopter to the drop zone. Regina, Gale, and Rick all land in the same spot, but Cooper is blown off course and is killed. The other 3 members arrive at the facility where it is dark, no one's around, and the guards are gone and everything, but they must resume the mission, capture Dr. Kirk, and secure him swiftly and safely. Little do they know that the island is inhabited by dinosaurs as a result of Dr. Kirk's experiment called the Third Energy. The story is awesome. I love the story. It's like Resident Evil with zombies, but advanced up with dinosaurs, and Regina is an awesome character. Sure, she may look a little bit like Jill Valentine from Resident Evil and such, but that is okay with me because I like Jill Valentine, but Regina, she is a badass character and you cannot top that for sure. The presentation of Dino Crisis, the graphics really take advantage of the other PlayStation's hardware. Gone are the blocky character models from Resident Evil. Here they look smooth and detailed and animated, made really well. The characters have so many polygons in them at the time that they look like real people despite their mouths not moving and stuff like that or having facial animation stuff. But that's okay, I do not mind that. It's PlayStation for you. The faces look detailed and they did all they could for a PlayStation game. The environments are pre-rendered like in Resident Evil and the lighting and everything gives you that tense feeling. The door scenes are here like in Resident Evil, but this time they are a little different. Instead of a first-person view of the door opening, it shows Regina from a third-person perspective opening the door and it shows the name of the room you're about to enter, like the office hallway or the office or the main entrance, control room hall, control room, management office hallway, management office, medical room hallway, medical room, and more and more and more. It's a really nice feature of people who want to know the name of the room they're in and stuff. The cutscenes all look great, and even the CG cutscenes get the job done as well with a smooth frame rate at all times. The dinosaur enemies look awesome, but there is not really much variety in the dinosaurs except for velociraptors and the Dinosaurs and such. Sure, the main boss is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but most of the time you fight the same few enemies. And while the graphics are awesome, there are some clipping issues where you see like a dead dinosaur clip through the wall when it dies or anything like that, but for the most part, it's a really cool looking game. Sound is awesome, the voice setting is top notch. The bright spot of the voice setting is Swiss-Canadian actress Stephanie Morgenstern who voices Regina, and she fits Regina like a glove. Richard Uroyd voices Rick, and he is the weakest of the voice acting, but he is not terrible. I just found this acting the weakest due to his cockiness and his complaining and getting pouty at times and stuff. British-Canadian actor Adrian Truss voices Gale, and he is the second best due to his gruff, I must complete my mission attitude and takes his job seriously. Adrian Truss also voices Dr. Edward Kirk and uses his British accent to voice Kirk, and he does a great job voicing 2 characters using different voices and stuff. The music I enjoyed, although it sounded a little more action-like at times than horror, it still works, and they did the best they could in my opinion. The weapons all sound great, and the grunts and the dinosaurs are awesome too, along with the footsteps and more. For gameplay of Dino Crisis, we have an awesome survival horror game like Resident Evil that adds some new elements of play here as well. For starters, this is a survival horror game like Resident Evil. Instead of zombies, you have dinosaurs within an abandoned facility overrun by dinosaurs and dead bodies and survivors and more. Like Resident Evil, you'll have to solve puzzles, and these puzzles, the main puzzles, you'll be solving are backup generator puzzles, which you line up the colored batteries in the right order to get the power up and running in certain parts of the facility. There are 3 of them, and they're all the same pattern here in order: red, blue, green, white. There is a twist in where like you'll have to find a battery for it, like that, or so on. But the main puzzles of the game are the DDK puzzles, which stand for Digital Disc Key. With these puzzles, you must locate an input disc and a code disc to unlock certain doors, and you have to enter the password and start that. Like for example, if the password is for the key H, you have to enter to the puzzle with the word starts with the word H. Like the first puzzle is head, and like that. But they get tougher as it goes on, so that they start easy, but they get tougher with the code and such, and these are important to beat in the game. You also have the crane puzzles, where you must move crates with a crane to clear a path. These can be fun, since when was the last time you could do this in a survival horror game? You also have computer puzzles where you overwrite key chips and stuff, and ones where you bypass security locks and more. And these can be a little bit frustrating there, because like it's just that it can be frustrating, yeah. But still, they're fine. I've seen worse. And these puzzles are a challenge, and it'll take time to memorize these. Like in Resident Evil, you'll come across memos that can really give you answers to numeric lock station and other puzzles and more. However, when you read a file or memo, you cannot take it with you, so be sure you have that whatever code you need to have memorized. You also have save rooms. This time, instead of a typewriter with ink ribbons, you go to a door and it'll say we've saved progress up to this point. And you will know most of the time when there's a save point due to the music. You have 3 weapons: handgun, shotgun, and a grenade gun, but they can be upgraded by finding parts for the weapon, making them stronger. You can also move and shoot at the same time. Like when you aim your gun, you can move and shoot, which was the first time they did this in a Capcom game. I mean, sure, Silent Hill did this too, but you know, Dino Crisis came out a little bit earlier and stuff. So making that new for its time and stuff and everything by Capcom. You cannot run and shoot, but you can move slowly and stuff, which gives you more defense when against the dinosaurs and stuff. You have limited inventory for your health and ammo power-ups, so use them wisely. One new feature is they give you the option to sort out the space in your inventory, giving you space for more items and such. You do not run out of room for key items, so that is good. When you have a key item, it automatically puts it in your inventory. You can also mix items like medkits and such to make them stronger. If you have a certain medkit, it will recover your health but will not stop the bleeding. Yeah, that's right, they added realism to the game where you can still bleed after healing yourself. That's why you have hemostat medicine. If you mix it with that med pack and stuff, you'll get a med pack L, which recovers it completely. Or you can get med pack L++. You also have resuscitation medicine where you die, you can use one of these and it starts you back to where you were killed. You also have emergency boxes that store health items, ammo items, or both, similar to the item boxes in Resident Evil and stuff. The red ones are for your ammo, the green ones are for health, and yellow is both. To access emergency boxes, you'll need plugs. Some of them require one or some require more. Another feature is the fingerprint collector data, where you get this ID card and you need to get fingerprint data to access elevators and such, and the higher the data is, the more you can access. The controls are similar to Resident Evil, so you should have no problem with the controls. Sure, like both square and triangle run, so that usually I'll do the square button, that's how I grew up with Resident Evil. And etc, etc. And circle will bring up your inventory and stuff. We'll start pausing the game and select. We'll bring up the options menu and stuff. During the game, you have path selections to choose from, altering the story and what ending you get. Like example, the first selection you can choose Gale's path to search for Dr. Kirk in the B1 area of the facility. Or you can choose Rick's path to search for your comrade, Tom, who sent an SOS signal outside the facility. Whatever choice you choose changes the story. Also, there are danger events. When you see the word danger, you have to rapidly hit the face button to avoid getting hurt or killed. In this game, you have 3 endings, technically 4, which I cannot say what happens or how to get them. That's for you to find out. After you beat the game, you have a mini-game called Operation Wipeout, where your missions are to kill all the enemies in a time limit with the limited ammo you have. You can also unlock costumes for Regina, 3 of them to unlock. You unlock the first 2 by beating the game the first time, and last one comes locked and beaten again. And you beat it a 3rd time, you get a grenade gun with unlimited ammo. And what we have here is a fantastic game that I recommend you all pick up, but we have some TTBurger negatives. Not a big variety in enemies and only one boss. Later in the game, when you get to the B3 level of the facility, you need a keycard level C or higher to use certain computers and such like that. And the level A ones, which you need for everything to unlock these certain doors and all that stuff and everything. The fingerprint collector device can get a little annoying, constantly overriding it. While I like the puzzles, some of them, like the security bypass ones, can be frustrating. If you mess up a certain type of puzzle, you'll have to leave the room and do it all over again. Perfect example is this box puzzle in the hangar. You have to push certain boxes. Press the wrong one, you have to go back out the door. One part I do not like is something that is a little nitpick here. It happens in the game here. The T-Rex shows up in carrying out room B3, and he charges after you and destroys the main generator, and you have to use the backup generator to get the power back up online. This I don't like because out of all the generators for the T-Rex to destroy, he destroys the main generator, the biggest generator in the game. For some reason I don't like that, that's just me. And there are scenes where Rick and Gale are fighting, and they can get a little hammy and cartoony at times when they fight, because the way Rick whines and stuff like that and everything, and Gale says shut up over and over again and stuff like that, which can get a little weird and repetitive. Some gamers may not like that you only get 3 weapons in the game, but I didn't have a problem with it. Limited inventory space like Resident Evil can get full very quickly, and you'll have to leave certain items in the emergency boxes, and trying to decide which items to put into them can get a little annoying, and also you may forget which box you put them in. That's all the complaints I have though. Final thoughts: if you enjoyed Resident Evil and want to survive a horror game with dinosaurs, I definitely recommend Dino Crisis because it's definitely a fantastic game for sure. I give Dino Crisis a perfect 10 out of 10 because it had those problems, but still a fantastic game that should not be overlooked at all. Hey Jack, you still there? What did you think of Dino Crisis?
Hey Tony, yeah, that was awesome. A great character, a great main character similar to Jill Valentine with dinosaurs and the crazy Dr. Kirk and more. How could you go wrong there?
I know dude, it was awesome for sure. I definitely recommend one in your PlayStation collection.
For sure Tony, what is next in the horror theme month?
Well Jack, here's a little TTBurger sneak peek to show you all what is next.
Oh nice, a sequel with more Regina and Dinosaurs. Look really cool, can't wait.
You bet, Jack. We got some more dinosaur action and stuff like that with a sequel that was released in the year 2000, Dino Crisis 2. Well, that's it. Until next time, everyone. We'll take a look at Dino Crisis 2 for the PlayStation exclusive and stuff. Which all I gotta say there.
Sweet Tony, until next time. Until then, see you next video, bro.
You got it, dude. Peace out, everyone. Have a great day, and stay tuned. There's more Halloween action for you coming up.